Thank you also for holding the ceremony in the gym. I feel far more comfortable, but really excited. I'm beyond flattered that on your special day you would invite me here to give this keynote speech. You know, in my profession as a college basketball coach, I essentially have children graduating every year, so spring is always a special time for me. But I have to say, I usually get to sit in the stands, cheer and smile with no pressure on me at graduation. They're my turn to be kind of like a fan in the stands at a game. So today, not quite as relaxing. I was telling these guys I spoke at Nike this week in front of 200 employees, and this is far more nerve-wracking for me because it's your special day and I don't want to screw it up. But beyond being humbled and flattered to share this day with you, I truly appreciate the opportunity because it has allowed me to reflect a little bit on our season and to really think about, in an analytical way, what is the lasting and transcendent meaning of a year that really was a dream come true. So on the occasion of your graduation, I thought I would share some of the lessons from what I experienced with Cal women's basketball that I think will best apply to you all. The word commencement means a beginning or a start, and as you start the next phase of your life as graduates of San Francisco State University, the most important advice I can give you is to dream big. I think one of the reasons so many people enjoy sports is because they give you a license to dream. There's always the chance of a magical moment, a game-winning shot, of the underdog winning, or of a superstar rising to the occasion. In sports, we are allowed, in fact we're encouraged, to believe in the greatest of all possibility. But I ask you, why can't we approach regular life the same way? I ask you, who are you all not to dream? This day, this graduation, is your championship. I'm sure there are late nights studying along the way and impossible exams that you knew you failed. And while there may not be a net to cut down, like our team got to do, or confetti falling from the sky after a game-winning shot, you all have reached this major goal that you set for yourself at some point in your life. In earning your degree from this fine institution, you should already feel empowered to dream the biggest dreams and to know that endless possibility is in front of you. My second lesson, and this is a big one, you gotta have a plan to back up those big dreams. You need to have a foundation to lean on. On our team, we set lofty goals. We wanted to be Pac-12 champions. We wanted to go to the Final Four. But once we set those big dreams, we didn't talk about those things every single day. We started working on a plan, and the plan involved laying the foundation. We needed to figure out a few things that would form our core identity as a team. Things like who we are, what we do, what we stand for as a team. We decided that we wanted to be a team that plays hard all the time, a team that cares for one another. We wanted to be mentally and physically tough. We wanted accountability within the team. We had several pillars like that that became the foundation of our identity. We could establish big dreams because we were solid underneath. This foundation allows you to persevere when the dream seems just a little bit out of reach. If we lost the game, we could talk about adjustments that we needed to make. Maybe we needed to rebound better, maybe we needed to set better screens, or maybe we needed to defend the three-point line. But we did not question things like leadership, or who we were as a team, or what we stood for, because we had established those things. So my second lesson to you is build your foundation. Have a plan to fall back on when you need it. What do you stand for? Who do you stand with? Who do you trust? What do you believe in? Take the time to think about these things, to value these things, because you might have a bad day at work one day, or you might have to change your course at some point in your career. You might have unforeseen things come about. Things definitely get tough. In our Elite 8 game, we started 1 for our first 18. We made 1 shot, missed 17 in the Elite 8. Now that's a bad day at work. But we never lost confidence. We were down 10 with 6 minutes to go, and our dream was on the line, and we still knew we would get it done. We came back and won that game. Because when your core is strong, you won't ever waver from your dreams, no matter how tough it seems. Lesson number 3. Whatever it is you're passionate about, go all in. Invest in something. Truly give of yourself to something greater than yourself.
Did you hear that?
If you do that, the rewards are beyond description. Because if you really do it, if you really go all in, and that can be scary, it may seem like a sacrifice, but in actuality, the success of that greater thing is your success. The happiness you get from a commitment to a common goal is like no other kind of happiness. I'll give you one quick example. We have a young woman on our team named Kayla Miles. Meg was a great high school player. She was highly recruited, but at Cal, on our team, she plays a role. She was about the 9th player, which is kind of a tough spot. You might play 20 minutes, you might play 2 minutes, you might not get in the game at all. The rewards of that kind of role are not tangible like they are for the star player. You don't get to be in the newspaper all the time. My first year, that role was hard for me. She kind of struggled with it. But we had several conversations this past summer, and this year, she was all in. It was really powerful. She wanted a championship for our seniors. She wanted greatness for our program. She was invested. She worked extra every day, regardless of whether she was going to play in the game or not. She kept herself emotionally and physically ready. Her rewards came not from her own success, but from the team's. And you know what? She played better. She was freer. She was happier. And then, sometime in January, we went into Maples Pavilion, where Stanford plays their home games, where they had won 81 consecutive games, the longest streak in the nation, and I subbed McGinn in the first half. And she hit not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 3-pointers in the first half. It was absolutely magical, and we won the game, and her face was all over ESPN. And then she went back to being our 9th man. And when she never subbed it to certain games, I could hear her calling out the other team's players from the bench. I could hear her motivating our starters. And when she was in tears on the court, celebrating after we went to the Final Four, it was a joy that you don't feel unless you've given all of yourself to something. So I say to you, find something that you're passionate about. Whether it's your career, or community service, or your family, it doesn't matter. But as someone who knows teams, I am certain that our societal team is better, and each individual is better off when there is a concept of a contribution to a greater good at play. Lesson number 4. Life is always better when there's singing and dancing involved.
Woo!
What I really mean by that is enjoy the moment. Enjoy your moments. People have asked me about the Final Four and what it was like, and I can honestly respond that it was better than my wildest dreams. And that's because of the people I got to share it with. My team is a group of young women that make you feel stronger when you're with them. They make you feel like you can jump 20 feet in the air and get a rebound, or race down the court and make a shot. Some of them have endured unthinkable tragedy in their young lives. But what you see is not just that they're surviving, but they're thriving. And they sing and they dance every single day. Whenever they can, they find a reason to dance, which means really that you're finding a reason to smile. So my advice to you is that you should, whether it's literally or metaphorically, find your reason to dance every single day. Suck all that you can out of the moments that you're invested in. Because as it turns out, the dream come true for us wasn't one huge moment. It was really a series of small, almost subtle moments. If you can call a bunch of 6'3" women dancing subtle, but you know what I mean. My final lesson to you that I hope you can take from our season of lessons is this. In my role as the coach of Cal women's basketball, I never made one basket, I didn't get one rebound, or take one charge. I never even put on a uniform. What I did, all I did really, was awaken possibility in other people. I empowered our young women to use and unleash the greatness that was already inside of them. So my final lesson to you today is that as you leave here and as you start your life as graduates, sometimes you might have to be your own coach. You might have to awaken the possibilities within yourself. You should seek out mentors within your field that can bring the greatness out of you, and you should rely on the ones you love to lift you up. But more than anything, you must remember and believe that the greatness is there within you. It may get hard, or you may face obstacles, but that greatness never goes away, and you have to remember that at all times. I congratulate the families and friends here in attendance. This is your day to celebrate with your team. And to you, the graduates, I say, dream big, have a plan, go all in, sing and dance often, awaken the possibilities within you whenever you must. Enjoy this moment, because today, you guys are the champions. Thank you so much for having me.